Y'all, we taking it back to the school days, okay? I'm about to do a little show and tell for y'all. So today's video is a little bit different. I'm gonna show y'all my savings challenges. These things are so fun to me. Some people don't understand why I do it, but it makes me really, really happy. This is a company. I think I have an affiliate link with them, but I've never used it. So if I do have an affiliate link, I'll link it below for y'all. But even without the affiliate link, this girl, her company is so amazing. So it is called Baddies and Budgets, and I'll show y'all the most popular one first. The very first one is which y'all may have seen all over the internet. This is the 100 envelope challenge. The quality of her material is so good. I just started this, but as you can see, it's pretty big for your money. But the concept here is to save every number that you see here. So 1 through 100. And I'm still pretty early. I think I'm only at like 13. I'm at 12. So I've done 12 so far. The total this is supposed to save you is $550. But do y'all see the gold detail there, baby? Let me do it. So I'm going to take this out so you can see. Actually, I might take a picture of it. But she has all the directions there. And she explains everything. You can reuse this over and over and over again. So for me, the price that I paid, and I waited until she had a Black Friday sale, but the price that I paid, I was okay with because I was like, I can just keep doing this over and over. So that is my first challenge, which is the 100 envelope. I don't have an actual date of when I plan on finishing these, but for the most part, yeah, I'm going to take my time because I'm paying off debt as well. So that's my first one. My second one is actually my favorite. It is the 52 weeks. So you actually save every Friday. 52 Fridays, excuse me. This is 52 Fridays. So you save every single Friday of the year. And now I think I am at, I've done to week 13, but one day I had an extra $20. And so I put, let me see if I can get to it. I did the 20 randomly. So this one saves up to $1,428. Now you may be asking me, Kina, how are you doing this? How are you doing this when you're paying off debt? The easy answer is a little at a time. Anytime, and I know a lot of people don't have cash, but I try to be intentional to keep, you know, $20 or a couple dollars on me. If I get a tip from photography, cash tip, I put it in here. Any type of gift, if somebody gives me a birthday gift, Christmas gift, it goes in here. And depending on how my budget is looking for that paycheck, if I have a little extra, I'll say, okay, well, let me go to the ATM and get some money out, and then I'll do some cash savings. But this is just a fun, easy way to save up a little bit. And I know I have a lot. You don't have to have this many. It's okay to just have one, but it has worked for me. I actually, in total, I have 5, but I've dwindled down to just 3 because the 5 was a little too much. I was like, this is crazy. And then I have the 26-week challenge. And this one is just a regular little envelope you stuff the money in. But you can, these are all laminated, so you can just use some alcohol and wipe it off and use it over again. So this challenge actually saves $1,500. So every time I get paid, if I have extra, I do not put pressure on myself when it comes to these savings challenges. Baby, don't do it. Don't do it. This is just something fun for me to do. And once the cash reaches a certain amount, I go ahead and just put it into the bank because I don't like to keep too much cash. But yeah, for certain, these two are my favorite. But do not put pressure on yourself to try to save. If you have a little extra, somebody gives you money, you find $1 or $2 on the street, baby, put it in the savings challenge. So the very last one was actually the first one that I purchased. And this is just a little pink one. This saves $1,500 and my little messy markings, but I can literally take some alcohol, wipe this off, and reuse it again. And this one I've saved the most, but I'll show you what the little pockets look like. These are the pockets. The numbers are really dark, but same type of concept with sliding the money in. So yeah, these have saved me A lot of times, just because I feel like saving can be really difficult. If I see the money in the account, sometimes I'm like, oh, I got extra money. Let me go ahead and spend it. But if it's in this little book in the safe, baby, we ain't spending this. I won't touch it. So also, those are the 3 that I use currently. So the 100 envelope, the 52 Fridays, the 26 weeks and challenge, and then the little pink book. But this is also cute if your budget is not where you want it to be. This is the itty bitty bucks. So I think this one saves $500. And I had started it, but I transferred the money out. But the envelopes are a little bit different, if you can see. Yeah, there we go. So you just stuff the little $25 in there, or whatever the amount is, and then when you're done, you deposit that money. So if your budget isn't $1,500 or $5,000 or $10,000, she has a whole lot of different challenges. If your budget isn't that high, start off with something a little bit smaller. And if you don't have money to purchase this, girl, buy you some envelopes, get you a piece of paper, and write it off. I buy this because I want to. Remember what I said in my last video? I buy stuff that I want, but reasonably, responsibly, and not impulse. So I waited for these to go on sale before I purchased them. And I want to say I got all of these minus the pink one for like $70 or $80. When, if I'm not mistaken, this big one is like 70 something by itself. I will put the price there. But yeah, start with something like this. And if you don't have money for this, use an envelope, but you get the concept of saving cash. And then the last one, I was really excited about this, and I like her new one better. But this one is the monthly challenge. So you have a challenge for every single month to save the money. I'll show y'all a blank one. Let's see. What's a good one? This is kind of raggedy, but this was January. So for every week in January, you would save that amount. So this says like week 1, $5, $10, $15. You throw the cash in the back. Take it out. Actually, I'm just going to pop it off because I can pop it out. But these little things come off. This slips out. And if you could see, I didn't realize that it did. But clearly, this slips out and you put the actual cash in here. So you can try that as well, but I just, want to let you know the different options that work for me when it comes to savings, especially challenges, different challenges. So I stand corrected. I said that I only have 5, but I really have 6 because there's 2 in here. So I've retired 2, which are these 2, the itty bitty bucks and the monthly challenges. I'll probably go back to these, but for now, I'm just going to leave them in the house. So I have 4 challenges that I'm working. The pink book, the 52 weeks, and the 26 weeks challenges in here. And I love how it's just like a little portfolio. You can take the pages out, do what you need to do. And you can repurpose this. Let's say you only wanted to do it once. You can take all of these little pages out and reuse this book again because it's literally just a clear piece. So multi-purpose. So yeah, we have the pink book, the 25 Fridays, the 26 weeks challenge, the 100 envelope. So yeah, those are my challenges. Let me know if you've ever done a savings challenge. Let me know if you would want to do a savings challenge. It's good to do it with somebody if you wanted to, but just, figure it out. Alrighty, I owe y'all a debt update on top of that. So the last credit card y'all heard me pay off was PayPal. That was about $400 something, but I recently got a new card with USAA. I've been a member with them for years, but they offered a zero balance transfer card, and I really didn't want to get a new credit card, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to utilize this to my best ability. So they have 0% interest for any transfers until November 20, I want to say to this year. So my plan is to pay off between 2 to 3 credit cards before November with this plan. So the card I'm paying off right now is my Amex card. The balance is $1,338. Because this card is zero balance transfer. I know in my last video I talked about like how to calculate the payoff date if you have interest on that card. This card has no interest, so it's a little bit different. So the balance of $1,338, my plan is to pay it off in 3 months. That is $223 every single paycheck that I have to pay. starting on the paycheck April 10th and ending on June 19th. So that is 3 months I'm giving myself to pay this credit card off. And I'm going to tell y'all something I did that I've never, ever done before. And this is how I know God is changing my heart when it comes to being a good steward of his money. I have different allotments that go to different checking accounts. Some are for bills, some are for savings, like just a little something, because I never like to have my money in one place. But y'all, last week, I actually set up a new allotment to go to USAA for the exact amount of the payment. I've never done that before because I always feel like I want to hold on to the money. I want to make the payment. I want to make the decision. But what's going to happen is something's going to come up. Something's going to happen where I'm like, oh, I'm not going to pay this paycheck. I'll pay next paycheck. No, I am so serious, y'all. Like when I tell you I'm so serious about paying off my debt, my mindset has shifted through lots of prayers, but my mindset has definitely shifted. And I'm currently reading this book called, I'm going to get it. I normally don't tell people when I do prayer challenges just because I feel like that's my personal business between me and Jesus himself, you know. But hopefully by the time this video is loaded, I'm done the challenge. So this is what I'm currently reading right now. This is Draw the Circle, the 40-Day Prayer Challenge by Mark Batterson. He actually wrote the circle marker. I read that a couple years ago, but this book has been on my bookshelf for years. I don't think I read it in its totality ever, but the other day I was like, yeah, let me read this. Okay. So I'm actually on day 10, I believe. I'm on day 9. Tomorrow will be day 9. Today is day 8. I wake up every morning and read this book and pray and all the things, but I have to tell y'all about a day. Day 7 was called Put on Your Waders. And the scripture was, they went forth and preached everywhere the Lord, confirming the word with signs following. Mark 16 verse 20, and this is from King James Version. So the title is called Put on Waders, right? And I'm gonna give y'all a little word today, baby, because I'm feeling it. So this actual reading talks about, I guess it was 50 years ago, and this book is pretty old. It might be 2013. But about 50 years ago in Mississippi, there was a drought, right? And the soil was not good. So the community decided to have a community night prayer. And everyone shows up to pray for rain, right? They're asking God to bless them, bless their farmland. And one guy came in with some waders. If you don't know what waders are, I will put them right here. The man came in with waders and everyone thought he was crazy. And he was like, I just don't want to walk home when it's wet. And they were like, what are you talking about? We're just here to pray. Baby, everyone walked home wet except for him because he came prepared. So I wrote this down on my actual board and it says, step out on faith, the signs will follow. That was a step out on faith for me, to set up that allotment and pay that credit card off. That was me telling God, I trust that you are going to do everything you promised, and I'm going to put my best foot forward. Because at the end of the day, y'all, you really don't need too much in life. Food, water, clothes, some love from somebody. You need good people in your life. But I don't need too much. And that was me telling God, I know you got me. I don't need to worry about extra money. I don't need to worry about the fun money. I got my wish list. I have my spending rules, but I'm going to trust you and set that money into that allotment. And I'm going to get this credit card paid off in 3 months. And because I'm being faithful, I know God will bless me with that. So if you feel discouraged, remember, work without faith is dead. Have faith in God and the signs will follow. Mark 16:20. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later. Bye.